Burgess, and I'm a plane captain for VFA 103.
I was born in 1984. I grew up in California most of my life. Ended up kind of bouncing around, you know, and lived with my mom for a portion of my younger days, and then lived with my dad for a portion of my younger days, and then kind of bounced around, and then ended up going out on my own, you know, flying out of the nest, joined up military, and here I am on the Eisenhower. Worst thing about being a PC, the strenuous pace that you have to work at constantly during flight schedule. You got to be fast. It's got some fast-paced environment up here, and you constantly got to be, you know, on the ball, and you got to move quick. And I'm not really good at moving quick. You know, I'm kind of a slow person. So I like to take slow, decisive movements and actions, and that's how my thought pattern is too, you know, slow and decisive, and I make sure that I do things right the first time instead of hurrying up. And that's how I started out, and I made a lot of mistakes in doing that, you know. And now that I slowed it down a little bit, kind of just take my time, but yet do things quickly and efficiently, seems to work out. You got to find that happy medium. You know, once you find that, then it starts to become a little bit easier, but I'd say the hardest part definitely is the pace that you have to keep up with.
If I had to describe Booger in one word, it would definitely be unique.
Creative.
Eccentric. That'd be probably the perfect word for me.
Protect you. Heroic. Oh, really? They can't protect you.
Special ed. Pretty much, yeah, that would be it.
Is Space Cadet one word? I don't know. Probably funny. But everyone calls me Space Cadet, so I don't know.
Been in the Navy for 2 years, and out of that 2-year time period, I've been out to sea a year and a half of that 2-year period. Last cruise, 5 months. Comp 2 eggs. What was that, about a month? And then this cruise, 6 months. So over a 2-year period of time, I've been out to sea half of that time, so a year.
Cleaning the wheel wells, you know, to make my jet presentable, because you are as good as your jet looks. So if your jet looks like shit, then you're gonna look like shit. shit no matter how much work I put into it, but I still like to get it looking halfway decent, you know what I'm saying?
Booger's piece of art right here. Gotta draw a picture now.
Well, I'm still weighing the pros and cons of state tax.
Protein. It's slow digestive protein.
There's this girl that Cherry's trying to hook me up with, as a matter of fact. Her name is Dell, and
What's the first name?
Anna. She's a really cool chick, man. And you know me, I've been living a single life for quite some time now, so I've been sucking for a while, but now that someone has been introduced to me, I've been chatting with her, and she asked me to come down to the little festival down there, and I went.
What was this festival?
Festival? I don't know, it was a little shindig, fake beer, tasted like shit. I ended up pouring mine out, but we started talking, and we were talking for about an hour, and it kind of started out, you know, a little bit awkward at first, but then it started getting better as we progressed, and then we went to smoke a cigarette. She had to go to work, so, and I broke it off, dude, just like I'd been trained. I was like,
who were you trained by?
Cherry trained me on a couple things he trained me on, but he said always be the one to end the conversation, and I popped into my head, and I was like, alright, well, I should get going now, and I was like, alright, cool, and then she's like, well, alright, I'll see you around, and I was like, hey, maybe I'll shoot you an email or something, have a good night. Shit. And I walked away, dude, and I thought back on it, and I was like, wow, man, like, I did really good right there. She's really pretty. Sometimes I surprise myself. Gym with a Pepsi one time, and I got kicked out by someone because they told me that if I'm going to come to the gym with a Pepsi, I don't fucking deserve to be in there. They told me to get out. So I left, and that was the last time I went to the gym.
Why would you go to the gym with a Pepsi?
Because, man, I don't know, I wanted a Pepsi and wanted to work out at the same time. These guys right here,
10W30.
they go to the gym every night, hit the weights, fucking, they take so many supplements like animal packs, animal stacks, black powders, no explodes, proteins of all kinds, amino acids. I mean, these guys are fucking walking fucking supplement fucking shop.
Bro, those supplements do something to you. Look at this guy's taking testosterone booster. That's why he's always fucking pissed.
I'm not always pissed. I'm not always pissed either.
You are. Dude, today you were like, where the fuck you going?
I wasn't mean.
I'm going to get a dip, man. Or you asked me what I was doing or something.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
I'm washing the jet. What do you think I'm doing?
Me and Barnes used to be the worst.
And then he said something else to me, like, you got the fucking turco, bitch?
Me and you just don't.
I was like, for your information, no. Or something I said.
Yeah, we both have different ways of doing it.
I think the way we have it.
I would say you got to keep a gangster on the flight deck because, you know, you got to stay on the swivel. And, you know, everybody's looking at you and me and all the PCs up there because we're all plane captains and we got to keep it gangster. And, you know, I think that, you know, people like, I don't want to say no names, but there are people that look pretty gay when they do their launching. That's why I got to keep it gangster because you don't want to look like a fag.
I like the song. You ready to get down, please? Yeah, I'm not feeling the beat. I'm not feeling the beat. I do got something that I wrote. Everywhere I go I see a scheming eye or hear a devilish tongue that's sounding so sly. I don't even trust the hand I've been dealt because I see people doing things only for themselves. They don't give a fuck about anybody else, and the sad part about it, that's the way the world turns. So I pay attention and I try to learn. I learned from mistakes that I made in my past. Don't trust a phony homie, don't trust a piece of ass, because they'll burn you and take what you got. Don't drop your guard or you're bound to get popped, because they're hovering around like a crackhead bean. But when you need something, they're nowhere to be seen, constantly disappearing like a magician. So fuck everyone, I got a grudge on the world. Just looking at you cockroaches makes my toes curl. So I roll another blunt, kick back and contemplate life's lessons, always keeping me guessing, keeping me stressing. I really need a blessing, cause I never ever seem to catch a break. I'm filled with nothing but a bunch of heartache. Besides Mary Jane, she always knows how to calm my brain, cause I'm going insane. And that's the chorus, which I haven't found out yet what the chorus is going to be. I got verse 2 coming up.
That's it, huh? Yeah. Alright, sounds good then. I'm gonna be up there. I think I'm gonna take a little break and get some water and grapes up on the island.
My strengths? Well, I would say I have good form, you know? I make it look good, you know? I think I have a lot of military bearing when I'm out here, and you know, I'm pretty new at it, so I'm pretty fresh, you know, and I'm not burnt out yet. So as long as I don't get burnt out, I should keep that up, you know. And I think that with experience comes, you know, the knowing about the jet nomenclature, knowing what that is or this is, or knowing what, you know, what that's called. And with that experience, you know, comes, you know, doing your job as a plane captain, like I said, is safety. So, I mean, it's all about being the safest that you can be, keeping a watchful eye about, you know, what goes on around your jet. And mainly it. Keep a watchful eye.
Every day I come in here, it never fails. There's always something on my rack. Today it happens to be Werther's Originals. I don't know where these fucking came from.
Cherry, was that you?
Yeah, I put those there. I put goldfish on your rack.
Was that? Oh, goldfish? Yeah, there's always something on my rack, man. Right on my pillow. And it's cool because when I come home, I always know I got something to snack on because someone will leave something random fucking shit in my rack. Frank.
What?
I was like on these two racks trying to get something, and Frank comes up and he sticks his finger in my butthole.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck! And I like bumped my head on the fucking vent and shit.
Frank does that stuff.
And I was like, bro, I don't know if you realize, but you stuck your finger in my hole, my butthole, not just around the area, like right in. And he's like, oh man, I'm sorry, man. What, this one? And he did it again, and I was like, oh, get out of here. Fucking Frank. My happy sock?
I'll show you my happy sock.
Yeah.
And we'll settle for mine.
Everyone's got a happy sock. I got mine. But
It's crusty.
yeah.
What are you doing actually, bro?
Mine's actually got so crusty one time, dude, that when I held it, it stood up like a fucking sword. It was so solid. It got bad. But I was using it for like a month before I finally washed it. Actually, no, I think I threw it away. Yeah, I had to throw that one away. That one was unwashable.
Can I have permission to borrow your face?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Taps, lights out. Maintain time fucking things.
Taps. Oh, long hard day, man. I was on the tanker, man. It's whatever. I just don't like wearing fucking training all day. You gotta stand like this all day. Have to take rest. Your shoulders start hurting because it's just not a good position to be at for a long period of time. It's like extending your arms in a position where it just doesn't feel natural, you know? Your neck starts hurting and shit, carrying chains. But we only got what? A couple more months, man. We out here. Lights out.